Okay, I'm back. I'm going to finish making my dark and sultry collection. There's the Pilea I did just a little while ago. Here, I think I'm going to go with the smaller pot, and that's Dragon's Tongue. And then in the background here, I have just a wandering dude, but it is much darker than the more typical green and purple. Super dark. Alright, so I'm going to start with the dragon's tail, trim this up a little bit. I've never had this before, so I'm hoping that everything will go well. I think it'll be pretty simple and basic. It's got some dead stuff I'm going to take off and not put into the pot. I'm just going to take all the ones that look a little longer than the rest. And if you're familiar with propagating or rooting, you always want to include a node that will be below the ground soil level. So when I cut it from the plant, I'm looking to see what I'm leaving behind and what I'm taking. Want it to make sense. Like this piece I'm grabbing, you can't see it, but there's like 3 branches coming off of one location. And I think like I wouldn't want to go further back than that because otherwise I won't be having my plant as full as it currently looks. This is going to be fun, I think. I can feel the allergies today. My nose is running. This piece here definitely looks like it's hoping for better days, so hopefully it gets a little motivation to grow. But the wonky, out of control growth patterns is fun too. And although I've never had this plant before, I would say so far I've enjoyed it. It for me at least, it's in a north facing window. It has had flowers. I'm pulling some off right there, dead ones. And it seems slow growing, which I welcome. I am not a person that likes the large take a whole wall out of my house. I rather have more variety and more small plants. All right, let's see how that works. Maybe I'll do, let's see, this one too. So I'm just going to raise up the soil pretty even, and then I'm going to either stab them in if they're straight, but this one's pretty angular, so I think I'm just going to lay it down and then add soil into it. Maybe I'll get all the laying ones in there, and then anything that looks like it could be straight, I will poke in after. Or let's just not follow what I say. Some will lay and some will get stabbed in as I do it. I think that kind of works nicely because it kind of holds the ones that are laying across the surface like a pin holding it to the surface, like some people do with their pothos to have them root in multiple locations. One more, and that's pretty good, I think. Okay, so then I'm going to just fill it up. I'm just wondering, anybody else that's out there watching my videos, are you a marketplace plant seller? Do you have any tips, tricks that you want to share? I don't need it as a full-time job, so it's a very nice casual hobby. Sometimes I have a lot of sales, sometimes I don't have any. Everything that's dark is so hard to see. It's like I should have a piece of white paper. Maybe I'll pause at the end and get a piece so you can see that. I think I'll pause and I'll trim up some of my wandering dude. Wish I knew the name of the variety that it is. It's I think one of them had a label, but of course not the one I bought. But here's a better close-up versus my one half-dead leaf looking thing. Little flowers. It's still got some green, but maybe that's due to, you know what? I feel like it might be called Dark Desire. Just popped into my head. I'm not sure though. All right, I'm going to pause here. Okay, I'm back. I cut some of the stems off, trimmed it up so I have several nodes available for rooting. This one's a nice piece. It's got like 3 separate branches off of it. Oops, wrong way. That's the flower end. So which end is the bottom? Oh, here it is. That one I gotta add more dirt. Just kind of putting them around the edge. I see people on Marketplace selling $2 for like a 4-inch cutting. Myself, this will have 4 cuttings. They're probably bigger than 4 inches. And as a combination of 3 different plants, let's see, I'd probably go $10 or $15. I try to be fair. I want to price it like I would buy it. And I am cheap. Otherwise, I would just be buying it from the garden center. And dividing it and making a profit myself. So if I won't buy it from somebody at a good price, that's what I want. For them to not have to spend $40 on a pot, they can spend $5 if I was to sell these separate. You know, $5 on a lot of stuff is a nice price for starting to add new things to your collection instead of $40 for each variety. And then if you're good at growing things, they will get bigger. I feel like I need one more to put in there. I need to apologize. I didn't realize when I was putting all my cuttings in that I was just like so off camera. So I cut one more, kind of fill the top. I grabbed my white piece of paper. Hopefully I can show things off better now. I think it helps a little bit. What do you think about this thing? It's got red, it's green, it looks like a dead stick collection, but it's alive. Have you ever had this variety? Want to share any tips with me since I'm a first-time plant owner to it? And everything just looks black, but it's a real dark, deep purple. It's really pretty in person. It's one of those things like when you go on vacation and you see the sights and pictures don't do it justice. But I appreciate you watching my videos, and until next time, see ya.